Hey friends, Pastor Richard. I love this country. I'm grateful for the King and the Crown Prince. May God protect them and may God give them wisdom. We're thankful that they are the leaders and the rulers here. When Jesus began to do some miracles, many people began to follow him because men and women are always impressed with power. They're impressed with miracles. But the Bible says something very interesting about this process when many people began to believe in Jesus because of his miracles. In John chapter 2, verses 24 and 25, the Bible says, "But Jesus on his part was not entrusting himself to them, for he knew all men, and because he did not need anyone to testify concerning man, for he himself knew what was in man." Very interesting thing is that Jesus doesn't need us. Jesus doesn't need our testimony. Jesus doesn't need us to say, "You are God." He knows that he is God. He knows that he has all power. He knows that he is righteous. He knows that he is holy. He knows that he is the King of Kings. He knows who he is. He doesn't need us to testify about him. His honor and his holiness and his status and his rights, they are secure no matter if I believe in him or not. Whether I believe that Jesus is God and the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, or whether you believe it or not, doesn't affect the reality of Jesus and who he is and who he knows himself to be. Very God of very God. Jesus doesn't need our testimony. Jesus doesn't need our belief. But the beautiful thing is this: Jesus invites us to testify about him. You see, Jesus is the King of heaven and earth, and Jesus has saved the whole world if they will believe on him. And Jesus is coming back as King of Kings and Lord of Lords to rule and reign forever. This is going to happen whether you believe it or not. This is going to happen whether you like it or not. This is going to happen whether you testify to that or not. Jesus is going to be worshiped by representatives of every tribe, tongue, people, and nation. He knows who he is. He is God. He has all authority. This is going to happen. He doesn't need you. He doesn't need me. But he invites us to testify about him. Even though it is sure, he is so humble and he is so generous that he's saying, I invite you to be a part of it. I invite you to believe in me. I invite you to testify of me. I don't need it, but for your own joy and for your own fulfillment, come be a part of who I am and what I am doing. Isn't Jesus beautiful? He is so big and so strong. He is God that he doesn't need us. And he's so humble and he's so generous that he invites us. Come be a part of my kingdom. Come be a part of my family. Come be a part of announcing the gospel and the good things that I will do in the earth. And let's be wise enough to accept his invitation. He doesn't need us, but he chooses to invite us into his plans. What a wonderful Jesus.